Hello everybody, and welcome to Abdel's Home Cooking. For today's video, I'm going to show you all how to make lasagna. What you see before you are the ingredients we're going to be using for this dish. We're going to be using ground chicken, dry lasagna noodles, olive oil for spraying, traditional tomato sauce, 4 cheese blend, and my usual spices: adobo, pepper, garlic and onion powder, Sazon, Italian seasoning, crushed red pepper, and pink Himalayan salt. Now before we get started on Garfield's favorite dish, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share my channel and videos with others to keep the channel growing. And if you have any suggestions for my future videos, leave them in the comments below. With all that said, let's get started. Alright, first we boil a big pot of water. Turn the stove top on high. And add salt into the water. Then we wait for it to boil before we put in the noodles. Next, we add in our lasagna noodles. Alright, let's try adding some more water into the pot. Now we leave the noodles here. Now we leave our lasagna noodles here until they soften up. And remember to stir occasionally using tongs. Now while we wait for our noodles to boil, let's get started with the meat. First, we place in the bowl 1 pound of meat. We add in our bowl 1 pound of ground chicken. Then we add in our spices: pink Himalayan salt, ground black pepper, adobo light, next our Sazon, next our crushed red pepper, and our Italian seasoning, and garlic powder, and onion powder. Then, using our spoon, we mix in our seasonings with the chicken. Alright, our chicken is seasoned. Now it's time to cook it. First, we coat our pan with olive oil. Then we turn on the stovetop. Then we put in our chicken. Then we take our chicken and move it around like so. So the ground. Next, we stir in our tomato sauce. We stir in the tomato sauce with our chicken. Alright, our lasagna noodles are al dente. Now it's time to drain. Now very carefully, pour the water into the strainer. Separate the noodles from the water, like so. Alright, our chicken is fully cooked. Our pasta al dente. Now it's similar lasagna. First, make sure the oven is preheated to 350 degrees Fahrenheit. First, we line the tray with our lasagna noodles. First layer of lasagna noodles. Next, we add in our chicken. And a few scoops of our chicken. Then we sprinkle our cheese on top. We line our next layer. We have the same formula. Now for the last layer. Then we top it off with our tomato sauce. Top off with our cheese. Sprinkle on our Italian seasoning. Then we place it in our preheated oven. Then we leave it in there for 20 minutes. Alright, after 20 minutes, I take our lasagna out of the oven. And here is our final result. And that everyone is how you make Garfield's favorite meal, lasagna. I hope this video is very instructive and informative. Well everybody, that's going to be it for today's video. Be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and share my channel and videos with others to keep the channel growing. And don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss more of my cooking videos or the cooking classes I teach at the center. And if you want to join my cooking classes for real, make sure you sign up for Consult Care Solutions using the link in the description below. Thank you so much for watching, and until next time, bon appetit!